Episode 5. The Underground's secret Milo stood before the regal silver cat, trying to ignore the weight of her gaze. Every cat in the underground city had stopped what they were doing, their eyes flicking toward her, watching, waiting. The silver cat's piercing green eyes studied her carefully. "You passed Shadow's test," she said, her voice calm yet commanding. "But do you even know what you have stepped into?" Milo held her ground. "Number, but I'm ready to find out." A flicker of amusement crossed the silver cat's face. "Brave words. Let's see if you can back them up." She rose gracefully, her tail sweeping behind her. "My name is Luna. I lead the underground." Milo glanced at Bruno, who gave her an encouraging nod. Shadow remained silent, his expression unreadable. Luna continued, "The world above is dangerous for stray cats. Humans control everything: food, shelter, even life itself. Here, we survive on our own terms, but survival comes with rules." Milo's ears perked. "What kind of rules?" Luna gestured to the vast underground space. "Everyone here has a role. Some gather food, others protect our territory. And then," her eyes gleamed, "there are those who go on missions." Milo tilted her head. "Missions?" Luna gave a slow nod. "There are places in the city we must keep an eye on. Warehouses full of food, restaurants that throw away scraps, even dangerous areas where enemies lurk. We need clever, fast cats to gather information and retrieve supplies." Bruno leaned in and whispered, "She's talking about scouts. It's one of the toughest jobs." Luna studied Milo again. "You showed skill against Fang, but are you ready for a real challenge?" Milo straightened. "I didn't come all this way to back down." Luna smirked. "Good. Your first mission starts now." She turned to Shadow. "Take her to the watch point. If she's truly ready, she'll survive." Milo felt her fur bristle. "Survive?" Shadow simply nodded. "Follow me." Bruno gave Milo a small grin. "Don't worry. It's not that bad." Milo swallowed and padded after Shadow. She had wanted adventure, but she hadn't expected to be thrown into danger so soon. The watch point. Milo followed Shadow through a winding path deeper into the underground. The air became colder, and the tunnels grew narrower. Soon they emerged into a hidden passageway that led back up toward the surface. The moment they stepped outside, Milo could tell they were in a new part of the city. The streets were quieter, with tall, rusted buildings towering over them. Shadow led her toward a high rooftop, effortlessly scaling a series of old crates and metal beams. Milo followed, her smaller body making it easier to slip through tight spaces. When they reached the top, Shadow stopped and nodded toward a massive warehouse in the distance. "That," he said, "is the watch point." Milo squinted. The warehouse looked abandoned, its windows cracked, its walls covered in graffiti, but something about it felt off. "What's inside?" she asked. Shadow's gaze darkened. "Trouble." He crouched low. "Your task is simple. Get inside, find out what's happening, and come back without being seen." Milo's tail twitched. "That's it?" Shadow smirked. "You'll see." Milo took a deep breath. "All right, Milo. Time to prove yourself." She crept forward, slipping through the shadows. The warehouse loomed ahead, silent and dark. She found a small opening near the base and squeezed through. Inside, the air smelled of oil, rust, and something else. Something alive. Milo's fur bristled as she heard movement. Low voices. Not human. She pressed herself against the wall, inching forward. Her ears twitched, catching the sound of claws scraping against metal. Then she saw them. A group of cats, larger than normal, their fur thick and matted, their eyes glowing strangely in the dim light. They were gathered around a pile of stolen food, murmuring in low voices. Milo's heart pounded. Who are they? Before she could retreat, one of the strange cats suddenly sniffed the air. His ears shot up. "Wait!" he growled. "We're not alone." Milo's breath caught. "They know I'm here." To be continued.